Scorpio, hi. So this is going to be a reading for October 21st through the 27th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Well, let's see, Scorpio. What do we got here? All right. Woo, potential helpful energy is the Five of Swords. That's a deceptive energy right there. I don't know who it belongs to, but it's there. Okay. We'll come back to it when we clarify. In the recent past, the Hangman, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands. That's nice. There's love, there's passion. You're just kind of basking there. Just, it's coming towards you, all of this energy. I'm not sure what's going on with this chair. Is it? You're just taking it all in, you know. It feels nice. It's like, oh, okay, this feels good. We'll just go with that. I don't see you responding from, oh, give me more, or, oh, you know, like, wanting to hang on to the energies more than you should, because it does feel nice. So most of us would have the tendency to be like, oh, I want to be in this moment forever kind of a deal. You're just standing still, enjoying the ride, and yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. In the current situation, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Three of Cups. Somebody really wants love here. It's a very different story than how it presented itself in the past. Now, I don't know who this is that's really hanging on to this feeling, to this emotion, to this desire to bring this together in a beautiful way and then stay there forever and ever and ever, you know? Very different. That's just feeling it, letting it be what it is, and then in the current situation, really like, oh, I gotta have this though. And if it does happen, it's like, please, then don't ever go away. When we do that, maybe that's where the deceptive energies are coming from. So I don't know who's doing that, but somebody's doing that. In the immediate future, the Six of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Two of Cups. Okay, well, somebody's remembering, once more, to not hang on to energies for dear life. Because when we do that, it's usually fear that makes us do that. And when fear is involved into our actions, into our reality, you know how it goes. It's not that great. It's fear because, you know, you wouldn't hang on so tightly to, what? I'm trying to think of an example that applies to most of us. Like if you like having coffee in the morning, right? And at some point it just becomes a routine. Every morning you have coffee. You wouldn't hang on to the fact that, oh my God, I have to have this coffee well, no, you wouldn't. Every morning, otherwise, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Well, you might have a little bit of a headache, a little bit of that, a little bit of, but it's kind of a given, you know what I mean? And if you think that, oh my God, it's the worst thing possible that could happen to me if I don't have my coffee in the morning, then your headache is probably gonna be 10 times worse than it normally would, you know? So that's kind of what fear does with everything else. Interesting. Let's clarify. In the immediate future, yeah, somebody's kind of going with the flow a little more instead of hanging on so tightly. So fear is definitely showing up somewhere here in the current situation for whoever this is. Let's see, the Five of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. And it's like, I think it's you, because you're kind of giving me a sense of all of the lessons you've learned about this aspect of hanging on too tightly to energies. You don't care. It's like they're flying out the window. I don't give a shit. I want this. I want this so bad. Okay. But you're showing me that by doing that, you're dismissive of every kind of lesson you've learned in the past about that. Loss of control. That's what fear does. That's why it's deceptive. You feel like you're losing control over something here that you never even had control to begin with. you know? And it's a situation that involves somebody else. One person in a situation of two is not going to have control over the whole deal, you know? They think they do, and then when they think they lose it, that's when they allow for fear to come in. And when that happens, the bigger the need to take control, to be in control. That's when you hang on to things. Let's do the Hangman. In the recent past, the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. And there you are in the past. Just going with the flow, going with the energies, not wanting control, not wanting, just kind of like, oh, okay, this is happening. This is nice. This is really nice. You know, I'll take it all in. And then it passes through and it's like, oh, okay, let's see what's next, you know? But not really, oh my God, don't go away energy because you make me feel so good. I'm sure you did that in the past, but there, in that specific situation, you definitely learned how to let go of control and just feel things as they come. So you know that lesson. So why are you losing it now? Because fear. Something's happening here that's bringing this fear to the surface, which is making you return to really hang on to things and think you're in control. For the Ace of Cups, you get the Hangman, the Hermit, the Two of Swords. Man, it starts off good, and then there's a little bit like a seed of doubt, or, well, fear is going to come from that. A seed of doubt, a seed of insecurity, something very, very small starts to attach to your mind there. Think of it as an energy that runs smoothly between you and somebody else, and it's like, oh my God, everything's great, everything's out of this world, amazing, and it feels amazing as long as I'm gonna let it feel what it wants to feel. And then you wake up one day and you're like, I wonder what they're doing right now. Are they at work, or could they be someplace else? And that's all it takes, you know? Where chances are 99.9% that they're at work. But, you know, it's that whole what we allow ourselves to think, to believe, and then how much we're pushing in that direction, how much we're feeding that energy. But that's our own trust or lack of, which is going to open the door to all sorts of things into our mind here. And then that leaves plenty of room for fear to show up. For the Knight of Wands in the recent past, you get the Ace of Swords, the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles. And then a little bit of control wants to come in. Okay, well then we'll start doing things in this way, but you know, I would prefer that we do things exactly like this, because if we don't, then it's not going to have a great outcome. I'm not going to like it. And if I don't like it, nothing's going to be good here. And I don't know if we realize how much of that is control sometimes, you know? So things have to turn out my way to please me. It's a little bit in the beginning there, from what I can see. It's unnoticeable. You would look at that and you're like, control? What control? No, I'm just expressing what would make me happy in the situation. Yep. Okay. Let's do the Four of Pentacles in the current situation. The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups. No, God damn it, you want this. You want this no matter how long it takes. You got to get to where you envision this going. You know, in a beautiful place that you have it in your head that it has to be that specific way. And you're willing to wait and, you know, go as slow as possible, but as long as you get to that destination that you have set up for this. Okay. The need to take control grows, apparently. What the hell happened there? It's just this tiny little something. It started from this tiny little seed of, I think, doubt. And if that's the case, then you need to go back to your self-worth. That's what opened up the door for all of this to start shaping up into potentially quite the damaging energies along the way. But And by the way, if they're not at work, take it from there, you know? Okay, then where were you? There, okay. Does that work for you? Because that they were there and not at work? No. Okay, do something about it. But don't build on that to the point of harming yourself. Look where it's gotten you from that little bit of, are they at work? You know? You've built up into such energies of trying to take control, trying to have things happen in a certain way so that you're happy, throwing out the window every lesson that you've learned about just being in the moment and trusting the process that it's going to show you what you need to see. You just have to let it. Stop building on what's going on up here with these little seeds that are apparently running loose. So, yeah, you're not really seeing that, you know, having things happen in the way that you want them to happen is control at the end of the day. You know, take things as they are. If things are not good for you, feeling good for you, do something about it from there. But don't try to force it to go to where you need it to go so that you're happy about the situation. Because then you're entering a whole different field of control of the situation and thinking that you're not controlling when in reality you are. And then it's just going to open up the doors to all sorts of other energies that are going to bombard you. And at the end of all of this, you'll be exhausted and you won't even know what the fuck is going on anymore. You can prevent that, you know? You can prevent all of that by just being in the moment. Bring yourself back. You left the moment for a little bit. I don't know where you went, but you left it. You forgot about it for a split second. For the Three of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant. And then comes that whole, you know, how can I make this happen? You can't. You're one. The energy involves two. At least two. How can you force an energy that involves two energies to work together there? How can one force the two to be something that satisfies the one? You know, how do I do it? How do I do it? Oh my God, I'm lost. I don't know how to do it. Because you're not in control. And you think you are. But according to you, no, I'm not. Okay. No, I'm not. I just want to be happy here in the way that I see it going. Okay. But that's not control. Okay. For the Six of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Queen of Wands, the Chariot, the Fool. Finally. At least for this little moment in time, you're bringing yourself back to the present moment. Finally. You're showing up again. And it feels good. The minute you do that, you recognize it and you're like, oh, this feels so good. No shit, you're leaving all of that behind. Because you realize how false all of this narrative is and how harmful it is to you. You're just dropping it just like that, like it wasn't even there. It's like, oh, this feels so good. Now I can deal with what's in front of me. Not what I think is in front of me, not what I built up to be in front of me. Yeah, exactly. So you're doing it because you know how to. I know. I've been doing readings for you for quite a while. I know you know how to get there. But sometimes you forget. It happens. We're humans. We get caught up in all sorts of other stuff. For the Page of Swords in the immediate future, you get the World card, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Slowly but surely, coming back to this place of the moment. And then being completely honest about where things are, where things might be going, you know, where you envision for things to go, but like, you know, comparing to where do they see it? Okay, well, can we find a middle ground for where I see them and where you see them? Okay, cool. Good. That is just for a little bit there, but it's enough to build up into quite the energies here for you, you know. But again, once you bring yourself back, everything goes out the window. It's like you weren't even in this place of for the Two of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, the Nine of Cups. Yeah. And then things start picking back up from an honest place, from hey, if I ever go crazy about who knows what, I'll just come and tell you about it, and then we can kind of exchange ideas to see, am I going crazy, or, like, am I interpreting things right now, or am I taking things for what they are? But it's best when it's out in the open, so that I don't start suspecting things without knowing exactly what it, can we do that? I feel like it can be done based on these energies that I'm seeing here. I feel like, yes, that's the direction in which this is going. First, you bring yourself back into the moment, step out of these crazy energies out here. Then you're being fully honest about where you're at in the moment, what you feel, where you see things going. But then you listen to the other side too, because it's not just you here. It's a two-way street. And then, yeah, I see a beautiful possibility for where this could head. As long as these energies are being kept alive, and you don't forget, and you don't allow these seeds to fly all over the place, and, just like birds taking seeds and spreading them, and then you end up having a backyard full of all sorts of things that you didn't plant. It's like, oh, okay. And then you get to decide, is it pretty? Do I want to keep it? Maybe I want to move those things, maybe, because you're looking at them, and then, So, pretty cool. Pretty cool that you're coming back, that you're not there. You don't get stuck in there. You do for a little bit, but then something kind of brings some sense back into you there. And I think it's you. For the 10 of Wands from the universe for you get the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Yeah, you're going through a little bit of a rough patch, but it's because you went away for a little bit. You went up here only. And you disconnected from that whole sense of balance between the mind and the heart. The minute you step right back into your heart, that's going to bring you in the present moment. And from there, the balance comes in, So that's why right now things are showing up a little heavy. And I can understand why, but you'll be fine. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.